anyways, with this week's Raw review, I'm going to keep it a little short because, as you people know already, the video that I last posted about Raw was really, really long. Because I went through, like, all the matches, like, I went through a summary of each and every match. This week, I'm not going to do that. This week, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do, like, basically my thoughts of what was good and what was bad about Raw. And not go through, like, every single match. First, let's start off with what was good about this week's Raw. One thing that I found really good about this week's Raw was Dean Ambrose and how they're promoting him in this triple threat match now. Which I really, really do like, because I like how they're not just having Dean Ambrose as some sort of third wheel. Like, I like how they're promoting how Dean Ambrose actually wants to face Brock Lesnar to be put in Suplex City. And I'm happy that it's not just about, like, how Roman Reigns is facing the odds, and Roman Reigns this, and Roman Reigns that, and pushing him down our throats. I do actually like that, because Dean Ambrose needs more attention. And I also do like, on that note, I actually do like how Dean Ambrose in the last match, he pinned, I don't remember who they were facing. They were facing New Day. How he pinned the member of New Day instead of Roman Reigns doing the big comeback at the end. I like that. And another thing I really liked was how they did the AJ Styles and the Miz segment, which I normally don't like the Miz, but the Miz actually did cut a really good promo here with AJ Styles. These are the kind of promos that I like. These are the kind of promos that actually do set up really good feuds, because the promo was based on emotion. Not just, oh, let's have a match together and then let's have a bunch of consecutive matches again. This was more like organic than anything else. And that's what I really liked about this segment. Miz was taking the microphone away from AJ Styles, so AJ Styles didn't get to talk, and The Miz sarcastically was, like, congratulating AJ Styles for all the stuff that he did with the independent scene. And it was really, really cool because you felt that organic hate between the two of them. And that's really, really awesome. And then at the end, The Miz, like, reveals the truth about how, like, he thinks that AJ Styles is a nobody and he doesn't hold a candle to The Miz. And that's when AJ Styles attacked The Miz, and I thought that segment was really, really good. It set up like an organic feud between the two of them, which culminated on SmackDown, which is supposed to air tonight, or tomorrow night, actually, excuse me. But I'm probably not going to watch it because I don't watch SmackDown that much as Raw. So, but probably is going to be a good match. But I'm not going to watch it. Like, I might just watch highlights and clips of it, but it's still going to be a good match anyway. Anyway, that's what I really thought was good about this Raw. One thing that is not either good or bad, but I just found like really, really unusual and weird, was the Kalisto match with, I think it was Rusev. Yeah, it was Rusev. What I noticed that was so weird about it was that these last 2 weeks, Kalisto has been getting his ass beat by guys who are almost his size, like Alberto Del Rio and The Miz. But when he faces a huge guy like Rusev, like, he dominates him. That's what I found, like, really, really weird. Kalisto's booking is, like, really, really weird to me at this point. Because, like, as I said before, he gets his ass kicked by guys who are, like, almost his size. But when he faces, like, big guys like Rusev, or just, like, anybody who's, like, Rusev size, he beats their ass. I don't get it. I don't. One thing that I did not like about this week's Raw was how they handled the WWE Divas Championship picture. Because these last few weeks, including the Royal Rumble, they've been promoting a Sasha Banks versus Charlotte match for the title and sometime in the near future, possibly WrestleMania. And so, in my opinion, I think that Sasha Banks and Charlotte should have a really good feud over these next few weeks, like promoting the match, like having promos between each other, being in a good feud. I think that's how they should go about this. However, on this week's Raw, I'm assuming this is because Nikki Bella's injured, they decided to have Brie just instantly walk into the title picture just like that. And I'm like, isn't Sasha Banks supposed to be the number one contender right now based on how they're doing the storyline? Like, I don't get what people see in the Bella Twins. Like, I mean, they've improved, yes, but they're not the best Divas wrestlers around. Charlotte's better than the Bellas. Because, like, Charlotte might not be the best in terms of promos, but she is somewhat of a good wrestler. a better wrestler than the Bellas for sure. And I think the reason why the Bellas get by so much in their WWE careers, of how much pushes they get and of how much titles they get, is honestly because of who they're married to and how their state is in WWE. Like Brie Bella, I don't think she naturally gets over. I don't think she gets over with the fans, like, without having to deal with someone else. Like, you notice how Brie Bella's been using the Daniel Bryan kicks and the chants and stuff? Like, she can't get over by herself. That's the one thing that I think is the problem here. And occasionally Nikki Bella wears, like, John Cena-like gear, and I don't think that is getting them over naturally. I know, it's getting a little dark. I'm going to change the light a little bit. There we go, that's better. Anyway, as I was saying, you have Brie Bella doing these Daniel Bryan-like moves with, like, the kick and the chant, and you have Nikki Bella wearing the John Cena-style gear. I don't think they get over by themselves. But Sasha Banks, however, she does get over by herself. And you know why? Because she has good matches on she had good matches on NXT with Bayley and Charlotte and stuff like that. She had good matches. So, I don't get it. Like, and I'm assuming that they're putting Brie Bella into the title picture to give her sympathy for her sister Nikki being injured. Like, I don't see how that's going to work. I think they should do Sasha Banks and Charlotte more, and I think they should have a Divas #1 Contenders match at Fastlane, even though they're already doing a triple threat #1 Contenders match for the WWE title at Fastlane. I think they should have a Divas Championship match, not a Divas Championship match, excuse me, a Divas Contenders match at Fastlane, so that would decide who goes to WrestleMania, and I think it should be against Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. And I think that match should end in a disqualification, so they would have a triple threat match at WrestleMania. But, honestly, a one-on-one match between Charlotte and Sasha Banks would be better. But, like I said before, I don't agree with what they're doing with Brie Bella and Charlotte right now. I don't think Brie Bella should just be pushed into the title picture. I don't agree with that at all. In my opinion, if they're gonna do a Brie Bella feud for the title with Charlotte, I think it should just be like a short feud on Raw, where they have like Brie Bella win one time for her to like establish that she's a good contender for the title, and then have the championship match on Raw and have Charlotte win. That's how I think they should do it, and they should move back on to Sasha Banks and Charlotte for the title. That if they're gonna take that route with Brie Bella, I think that's how they should do it. Anyway, that's my video. I didn't go into any specific matches or anything like that. I didn't run down like a list of matches, and I thought it was better this way. I thought it was better this way because I could get my thoughts out more clearly without having to sound the same every single time. Like, oh, this was a good match. Oh, this was a good match. Oh, this was a good match. Like, I could give my specific thoughts about what happened on Raw, like what I thought was good and what I thought was bad. So I'm going to do this format from now on. And anyway, that's for the videos. Like and subscribe if you liked it. Peace out.